That's Anurag, right?
Yes, sir.
Welcome, Anurag.
Thank you, sir.
Anurag Chopra. And you belong to Delhi?
Yes, sir.
Mhm. You've done engineering in physics and physics. Okay. What is it? And physics or in physics?
Sir, engineering physics.
Engineering physics. Very few people study that.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Sir, because it is more of research related branch and that it has some technologies that are going to be developed in future. Say, for example, sir, we at that time we studied technologies related such as quantum related field, then also alternate energy sources, which are being developed and the government is focusing now. Yes.
So fundamentals of physics, basically.
Yes, sir. And more of application, sir.
Yeah, okay, okay. And why do you think it interested you or it just fell on you?
Sir, both the reasons, sir. It
Hmm.
was my priority also. Like I had filled in second or third preference, and also based on rank, sir, I was assigned this branch. Sir, your voice is not clear, sir. Hello.
Wait, some problem. Yeah, go ahead.
Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, but there is a
Yeah, can you hear me?
little bit time lag, sir. It's fine, much better now.
Sorry, you were saying
No,
something.
sir. Yes, sir. Actually,
Is it better now?
I mean, there is. Yes, sir. Much better now, sir. But there is a little bit of time lag. Yes, sir.
I don't know why it is happening.
Might be poor network connection.
Sorry, my cough is better.
Yes, sir.
Let us hope it continues like that.
Oh, yes.
So where were we? We were saying whether it was something which motivated you about physics, fundamentals of physics, or it was the obvious choice which came to you by
Yes, sir.
the logic of the
Rank assigned, sir. Yes, sir. So it was a mix of both.
system.
Sir, I'll also exit and try to enter.
Okay,
There is
back to square one.
yes, sir. 1 second, sir. I'll also do that.
Okay, let us say. Yeah, start now.
Yes, sir. So I was saying that it was a mix of both the factors. That physics was something that interested me while I was pursuing in 12th standard, because with the kind of application it has and the visibility almost in every sphere around us, it is present around us. And sir, secondly, because of my rank also, sir, I was assigned this branch.
Okay, okay, okay. You have told us about one or two projects in your profile. The first one is about AdMad competition.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what is this AdMad competition?
Sir, AdMad competition is regarding advertisement of a product, wherein you have to present your idea in a creative as well as engaging manner to the audience, and I have to sell a product. So this was the basic concept behind this, and we were awarded the first prize.
What was the ad?
Sir, we had presented an ad of Raj scooter. Sir, there was one guy who was trying to woo a girl, but the girl was not much interested in him. So one of his friends suggests that why don't you buy Raj scooter? She'll be immediately impressed by that because one of my friend has scooter, so we thought of this. He got on scooter and went near the girl. So the girl was so impressed with the scooter that she fled on the scooter and said, "Why should boys have all the fun?" she left the boy behind and got impressed by the scooter.
This punchline, I've seen it in some other ad also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hmm.
But yeah, sir. But it was not the same way it was presented. The idea.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you know some of the leading, ad world people who have made a mark in the field in as a professional?
Sir, one I'm able to remember, Prahlad. Uh,
Kakkar.
yes, Kakar. Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, he was associated with various Fevicol advertisements.
Okay.
Sir, other than that, I'm aware of organizations such as Ogilvy,
Yeah, it's
and
okay.
Procter.
Organization is fair enough. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, Ogilvy, then Procter and Gamble. So these are the.
Hmm. Okay. So, your ad as well as most of such other ads, uh, people always bring in a girl in the visuals.
Yes, sir.
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
It may be totally unrelated to the product. Why do you think is necessary?
Sir, because girls are matlab, 50% of the population, so they are also one of the target audience.
So
So first factor.
you are leaving the 50% in any case unattended to. I mean, 50% is fair enough,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
but the rest of the 50% is already there, which is not women. So why
Yes,
only women is an integral part of every ad, almost every ad.
yes, sir. And also, sir, daily because of daily soaps that are watched by women, and women are mostly homemaker. So, sir, target audience is sir, one of the factor because of
You
watch.
mean women want to see women on screen?
Sir, they are able to relate to them, sir.
Acha. Okay, okay, okay. And sometimes, okay, sometimes, I mean, leaving that part, I have come across a large number of advertisements where even if you go through the commercial once, twice, thrice, you don't know what is it about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So are they mad? They don't get any feedback, or what is it that I mean? At the on first viewing, second viewing, third viewing, but it goes on months and months, and then suddenly it disappears. So what is it that goes inside these organizations, these ad people, that they don't understand what should be shown and what should not be shown? If it is not getting them business, what is the idea?
Sir, sometimes it is also to raise awareness of some issues. Sir, for example, within the Cadbury, like they have turned the concept almost on its head. For example, the girl celebrating the victory of her boyfriend by dancing and coming onto the field. They have reversed this trend in the recently, where the boy he's celebrating when a girl, his partner, hits a six. So, sir, sometimes it is to do that, and also, sir, sometimes to induce a shock value that people are immediately like they are. To the screen they are able to see and somehow able to catch their attention because attention span is quite low and people don't watch much of the ads, they tend to skip it.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, I get it. So we leave the advert now to them.
Okay, sir.
Let's go to something else. Again, from your own biodata, you got appreciation letter for commitment to public service as ASO. What
Yes,
is
sir.
it?
Sir,
What
it
is
is
A?
assistant section officer.
You worked or you are working?
Sir, I have resigned in 2022.
And where were you?
Sir, in DPIIT, Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade.
Okay, okay, right. Then there was a mm, there was this you had some leadership position
Yes, sir.
of the General Secretary Technical Fest Aurora. This Aurora is an acronym or it's something else?
Yes, sir, it is the fest name of the fest because it is a concept in physics. aurora that we lights that we have, the northern lights as well as the southern lights.
Okay, 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 okay. And your other interests are traveling to hill stations.
Yes, sir.
What attracts you to the hills?
Sir, first is the serene environment, and sir, because there is so much pollution in Delhi, so we are able to at least first breathe the clean air. Then, sir, second is the kind of people there are. They are very calm, and the environment around them also seem very peaceful. So, sir, these are some things that attract me. And
Anurag,
yes, sir.
the last time I visited Manali was more than 15 years back, and it is more crowded than Karol Bagh. So that goes your serenity. I don't see any person who is from the hills. It's everyone from your homeland or my homeland, but nothing, no culture, no food, nothing. All the restaurants are full of North Indian food and that smell of chola bhatura. So if you have to eat chola bhatura on the streets of Manali, why waste so much of money and resources? You jolly well eat at somewhere else in Delhi.
Agreed, sir. Sir, there is commercialization of those spaces in order to cater to the tourists that are visiting and as per the demand. But, sir, there are some places that do offer the authentic experience. Sir, for example, when I visited Darjeeling, I was fortunate enough to try some of the. Uh, I asked the locals that what are the famous shops over here. So I tried the local cuisines there, and also, sir, we visited and tried their attire. So, sir, it is up to people what kind of experience they want to have in such place.
So is it this kind of, I mean, Shanti ki khoj or something more than that attract that you are attracted to hills?
So, not just peace only, but also I get to spend time with my family, my parents, my brother, sister. So that is also one of the reason. So because we are away from the job and away from the studies, so we get to know each other and spend time with each other much more. Otherwise, all of us are busy.
So let us know the last places you visited. I mean, two, three places where you've been and you enjoyed.
Yes, sir. Sir, Gangtok was one of the places that I
Bangkok.
enjoyed a lot. Yes, sir. And sir, other is Shillong.
Shillong.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, so therein we visited Doki River, which is one of the most cleanest river in India. So, sir, the water was so clean you could even see the floor of the river. And sir, other than that, the caves there were also very fascinating. And the falls, I was fortunate enough to take a bath in the falls. So, sir, that was a very unique and
So you've been to this side only, east side of the Himalayas.
so northern. I have been to northern side also.
Huh.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
But off late, I have been to northeastern side because some of my friends have recommended that there is less rush there. Like you suggested that there is so much overcrowding in northern
Did you also
Himalaya.
go to Kalimpong?
Yes, sir, but I'm not recalling at the moment, sir.
Okay. Okay. So Gangtok also you went and you said,
Yes,
hmm?
sir. Yes, sir.
Hmm. Hmm. Right. And finally, when we are talking about your interest, you are also fond of movies. Which movies? Watching
Sir,
movies.
sir, motivational movies in particular because sir, this is my last attempt, so I have to sometimes keep myself motivated. So external motivation has to sometimes located.
You must have watched 12th Fail, obviously.
Yes, sir, I have.
Hmm. So that is motivational enough.
Yes, sir, that is
Other than
motivating.
that, what are the interesting movies that may have motivated or you have watched regardless of their motivation?
Sir, one of the movies that influenced me a lot, that not to indulge in substance abuse, or when I was at a very impressionable age of 18. So, one of my friends suggested to watch Basketball Diaries. Sir, therein they have shown a story of a very promising American basketball player. So, he's like at a very peak of his career, but somehow he gets into a bad habit of trying drugs and into substance abuse, and how his life spirals out. And then after that, how one of the person he meets, like one of like fellow drug abuse, or he seeks help from people and able to recover his life and get back on track. So sir, that made
Hmm.
me not to try such things in life ever.
Hmm. Don't you think you are making it very simple that you can so easily be dissuaded from getting into the dark area of life?
You're right, sir. It may sound simplistic, but at that age, the way they displayed that what kind of activities he went into, his life was very great. He had good relation with his mother, and how even that his mother asked the police to take his son away from him because he's causing danger to her. And so some of the scenes stuck with me. So I thought that mother is the love of mother. I mean, if she's feeling danger from her own son, so sir, one's life should not be even because of any abuse or any addiction. So, sir, it had an impression on me at that age. Although it may sound simplistic, but sir,
Okay, let's move to something more serious. You know, of late, seen also, uh, the state-center relations are coming under a lot of conflict.
yes, sir.
There have been occasions of conflict always, because that is how governance and politics is dynamic. It cannot stay
Yes, sir.
static for a long time. So on the one hand, union government has certain programs and policies to implement. On the other hand, state governments have their own interests.
Yes, sir.
Both may have legitimate objectives, but for other than uh, the legitimacy sake, they may have differences. So, what do you think should be done when about a particular program which is essentially good, where the objective is to benefit the citizen? Such a program should get implemented regardless of the differences of the two sets of governments.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
So that is important, because what we have seen is that sometimes states are, in order to have their politics, because of the nature of politics, they are providing freebies and they are using the fund in some of their programs which are just to get vote bank politics, which is done to get the vote bank. But sir, it is important that the state for which it has been formed, the by people has selected them, in order to ensure that governance is provided as well as the service delivery is done in a proper manner, and the schemes that are in a good spirit, sir, so those are implemented. So there should be on that, at least on those issues.
But freebies, Anurag, they are coming from both the center and the state. So I don't think there is a. I mean, that is not what I meant. I basically meant some essentially fundamentally good programs where freebies is not the issue.
Okay, sir.
I
Sir,
can
because okay,
give.
recently, sir, yesterday there was a news that there were marching the Karnataka as well as CM of Kerala. They were marching in order to say that why they are not being given proper funding from the center, despite them contributing a lot, like because of fiscal federalism, sir. So I was pointing to that. Sorry, I didn't get your question.
Okay. No, the point that, yeah, something related to what you have now mentioned is I had in
Yes,
mind. For example, there are issues with the union government which the
yes, sir.
states are facing out of the implementation of GST
Yes,
regime.
sir. Yes, sir.
There are some states, there are some states who have outstanding dues receivables from union government. And union government, for some reason, I am sure those reasons are valid enough. Some reasons they are not able to
Yes, sir.
pay them. Now, if if it is the state government of the same party, then obviously they will not rake up the issue. But if the state, and there are cases, if the state happens to be ruled by another set of party or parties, then they can legitimately raise this. So, per se, it is not politics. Per se, it is the merit of the.
Yes,
Okay. But for the fact that both the center and the states are being ruled by the same party, even other states would have raised it. Because of their intra-party discipline, they are not raking it up because it will embarrass their own union government.
yes, sir.
But the state governments, which are ruled by other
Opposition.
parties,
Yes, sir.
they can and they are. So what should be done? That is what my anxiety was.
Sir, first is that communication should be proper and it should not be top-down approach. That is, center should not only impose and impose, rather they should make them an equal player. That is a model kind of like law should be there, and while they are formulating any policy, their views should also be taken into consideration. Like just we have GST Council, so similar bodies should also be there, and the meeting should be also regular.
We have GST Council, we
Yes,
have
sir.
communication, we have everything. And the issue precisely I refer to was GST implementation and the outstanding dues.
Yes, sir.
But somehow it is not happening. Anyway, just think about it.
Okay, sir.
The the other point that I wanted to discuss you was the some of the issues um, which are impacting the governance of certain places like Delhi, for example. Delhi is a national capital, is our national capital, okay?
Yes, sir.
But it has so many players when it comes to governance. You have the elected government headed by a chief minister.
Yes, sir.
You have lieutenant governor. You have urban development ministry. You have home ministry. Okay. Now, in the process, lot of coordination is required, right?
Yes, sir.
And because of that, lot of resources, lot of time is wasted. Now you are a citizen of this place and you have seen how things are working. What will be the best long lasting arrangement that this kind of nonsense is over? In your view, what should be done? We are not discussing the politics. We are looking at the structure,
Yes, sir.
that whether it is possible to tweak the structure in a way that this kind of conflict or areas of conflict are reduced.
Sir, there are a few points. First is through institutional measures, as which has been proposed recently in GNCTD Act. That first is that there should be bodies, for example, National Civil Service Authority that has been formulated, wherein there are personals both from center as well as from state. So, sir, therein there will be better cooperation among both the parties. And so, secondly, the devolution of power should take place, that all the decisions should not be at the point of, say, for example, center. Rather, local bodies should be given much more authority as well as money power, because they understand the issues in a much more nuanced manner, and they are much closer to the public, who are ultimately the beneficiary as well as ultimately the services to be provided to them. And so thirdly, there should be feedback mechanism. That is, the citizens should also be engaged, and politics in matter of, as I mentioned earlier, in public service deliveries, for example, regular supply of water or cleanliness of area. So, sir, there public citizens have to be engaged.
No, so far as delegation is concerned, Delhi leaving two areas, everything has been delegated to the local government, which is the Delhi government.
Yes, sir.
Only land
Land,
issues and the law and order
law.
are with them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I don't know whether that is resolving the problem. So suppose you get into Agmuk order. I don't know what is your preference in the.
So it's Agmot.
You want to join the Agmuk.
Yes, sir.
So you want to walk into the bed of thorns already.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is full of problems. Anyway, we will close this formal discussion here, and let me hear from you if you have any doubts.
Yes, sir. Sir, a few doubts I want to ask. Sir, first is that in controversial question, where they ask that what is your opinion, as in what would you say? For example, sir, in last interview I was asked, ki, should migrant be allowed in Delhi? Why don't we cut it off? There is so much like burden on the resources of state, and also there. And when you travel to metro, you see so much overcrowding. You are not even able to enter. So, do you think we should end migrant? We should not allow migrants at all?
Where is the controversy about it? What
Sir,
is the difficulty?
sir, because there should be balanced development, as in the migrants come here because there is lack of development in their state. If we keep on allowing this, then their state won't develop, sir, first of all. And migrants come to Delhi because there are opportunities available. And secondly, the cosmopolitan culture of Delhi is also something that has always attracted people.
No, it's a global phenomenon.
Yes, sir.
There are pull factors, there are push factors.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if their own areas are pushing them out of that domain to something more lucrative or perceived to be more lucrative, perceived, that is the word, may not be real. Okay. So they will move to Delhi, Mumbai, or whatever it is.
Okay, sir.
The other thing is that there is a huge gap between the services and facilities that exist in bigger towns and the rural hinterland or smaller towns. Okay. So that is not the fault of the common citizen.
Yes, sir.
So now it is not that a citizen who belongs to, say, a remote area of Odisha is paying less tax, and a person who is sitting somewhere close to Connaught Place in Delhi is paying more tax. Tax means the same tax which is applicable at both the places. Okay.
Yes.
So why should one person or one unit get advantage over the other? That is the issue. So if someone is talking about the the balanced development has to be looked at from both point of view,
Okay.
from the haves and have-nots. I'm using these terms very in a limited. So if the urban settings have certain facilities which the rural do not have, then urban settings should be welcoming enough for the income. Now the point is, it is a larger issue. It is a larger
Yes.
issue. The issue is uh, improve the situation for the huge amount of labor which is flowing into the towns.
Okay, sir.
Close to 95% of the labor force belongs to the informal sector, the unskilled, most of it. Now they neither get formal
Benefits. Yes, sir.
work conditions, nor do they get to get a place to stay. So what is their fault?
Mm.
When it is only a matter of time that someone moved into Delhi 100 years back and someone is moving to Delhi now.
Yes, sir.
So you can't hold it this one against one and for one another one.
Yes.
So the point which you made was, what should be done to the controversial questions? First of all, there will be very few occasions when you will be asked to comment on current political personalities or developments. Political. Okay. very few, I mean, occasions will be there where, for example, you may be asked to comment on the stand of the Chief Minister of Delhi vis-a-vis the stand of the Union government, something like that. No one will, put you in that kind of difficult situation. But issues of governance can always be discussed. That is why I purposely, talk to you about the situation of Delhi.
Yes, sir.
Delhi means, I mean, it does not involve any politics. Okay. It can
Yes.
be today party A, tomorrow it can be party B, but the structure will be same.
Yes, sir.
So you can always discuss the structure, whether it is the best possible, say, structure which is given to us, or we can do something about the structure. Hmm.
Okay, sir. Okay. And sir,
So controversial issues are not asked to get your views on one side or the other. No. First of all, controversial issues are not asked. Largely, the UPSC panels never embarrass candidates by putting such controversial questions or issues for discussion. And if
okay,
at
sir.
all they do, they are not bothered whether you are expressing opinion A or you are expressing opinion B, so long as you are able to defend your position. The problem
Understood.
arises when you put across borrowed views. So have a courage of conviction and say whatever you want to say.
Sir, but views that we form is by reading newspaper or watching news
Yes, why
channel.
that?
So, sir, and also from
Obvious.
Supreme Court
Sorry.
judgment. So, sir, should we quote Supreme Court judgment committees, or how should we
No, you
like?
are not required to.
Okay,
But you can always say, I read it in a Supreme Court judgment, or the Supreme Court or the Honorable Supreme Court has said so. Huh? Or I was reading from a newspaper, then this is what it is. It's like that, But once you say, I mean, once you make a statement and someone raises that issue, on what basis are you saying this? Why are you
okay,
saying this?
okay, sir.
Then you have to support it.
Understood.
Hmm.
And sir, also, what are the parameters that board judges on? Because last time my score was very poor. Because of that.
Where you were interviewed by the UPSC panel?
Yes, sir. I was interviewed by Chobe sir, sir.
No, but what was the net outcome?
Sir, it was 135, sir. Because of that, I couldn't get my good
Don't
position.
worry about. I mean, you see, let me tell you one or two things here. Each interview is a unique interview.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it is not that board always gives stingy marks, and it is not that you did not fare well. That is why you got those marks. Uh, you will know how the discussion went on. So we don't want to discuss that right now. But the point is that uh, you must have noticed that it is not a question answer exercise.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it is exactly the discussion we are having now. But here I am doing more talking and you are doing maybe equal or less. But when there is an interview, most of the talking is done by the candidate. So candidate is just given some triggers, some pointers on which you can talk. Idea is to listen to you,
Okay, sir.
how you formulate your opinions. Okay, where your opinions are well founded, whether you are talking like an informed person or you are talking like a common man who can indulge in loose talk. Whatever you're saying should not qualify to be a loose talk. It has to be a serious discussion because it is a serious occasion.
Yes, sir. Formal occasion, serious.
Yes, it is a formal and serious occasion. Yes, absolutely. So you are not supposed to be an expert in whatever point of discussion,
Yes, sir.
but have a little more understanding of the issue than a common man would have.
Okay, sir.
So the board is interested in knowing you through that.
Understood, sir. So more like I have to delve more into my fields. For example, I have worked in DPIIT. So the schemes that are there and the department in which I have worked.
It
Okay,
may
sir.
not be so direct that they will only be talking about Delhi Technical University. Okay, earlier it used to be known when I was like you. It used to be known Delhi College of
Yes,
Engineering.
sir. Yes, sir.
I believe now it has become 2 or 3 institutes separate independently right now. Now the point is that from that they can always say technical education has become expensive. Someone can say that. Someone can say technical education in government institutes is virtually free, whereas you go to these
Private.
private, this is beyond reach. This that.
Yes, sir.
So you can never be sure what will be the direction of discussion.
Okay, sir.
But it is for you to catch the flying birds there. And what I mean by flying birds, when they are asking you something or when they are throwing some ideas at you, just catch hold of some convenient words which take you to your favorite field. You understand? This is
Yes,
a
sir.
trick.
Understood.
The smart guys, they do this. So from a sentence, you catch one word and you somehow bring it into the focus of the discussion of an area where you are prepared. So
Understood.
engage the board in that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've seen, because once we are having impromptu discussion, then it becomes more difficult to like convey our thoughts. Because if we have prepared a topic and we have read about that, we are able to express in a much more efficient manner, is what I have seen.
Yeah, but Anurag, how far can you prepare for n number of topics?
Yes, sir. You're right,
There is
sir.
no given syllabus. It is only the makeup of your mind, and which started when you were 5 years.
Okay,
Since
sir.
then, your personality is in the making. So personality is something which is always in the making,
Yes.
work in progress.
And sir, one more thing, how to answer situational question, because like they make us DM, so we don't know what kind of work a DM is required to do,
It's
or
a good
when.
answer what you are giving.
Okay.
It's a good answer you are giving. I don't know how can I, unless I indulge in a wild guess, and I'll be held, responsible for doing that. So, sir, once I do not know anything, and it is not a subject which so many people will be having an idea unless they have worked in that position.
Yes, sir.
That is good enough. You don't have to manufacture a false answer. The response before the UPSC board must be truthful. You should be having the conviction of saying it. Unless your statement, what you are uttering, those words and sentences, you will not be able to convince the panel also.
Right, sir.
So don't run after impressive sentences or impressive answers. There are no such impressive answers. You might have seen from your own experience, you have been to the board once. Were they looking for any impressive answers, or were they giving you any difficult questions for which a
No,
person
sir.
like you will have no idea?
No, sir. Most of the things were known and which were in news.
Yes, yes. So they don't want to put you to difficult situations. No. And very few people did. Remember, did they ask you this question last time? If
So
you
which one?
become a DM?
Yes, sir. They asked me related to health. They asked me, for
Huh,
example, they said that most of the life you have spent in Delhi, so
huh,
you have never visited. You might not have ever visited village. So if you
huh.
become, for example, DM of a village, so how would you improve the situation of health there? The recent COVID pandemic that.
I understand. So the catch is not here your position as DM. Catch is working in Delhi and working in a rural hinterland are two different takes. So
Okay.
develop your answer on that. For that, you have to have some understanding of the village, challenges in the rural areas,
Yes, sir.
challenges of professionals. So DM, it is not. I mean, DM will also have to look for answers, but in the situation that is given to a DM, she or he has no one to look to. She has to look for an answer at her own level, and whatever can be done like
Yes, sir.
that. So it is not really that you don't know the position of DM. No, that is not the point. The point is how can you how can you work in an area with which you are not familiar.
Not
That
from
is yeah.
understood, sir. And also, sir, in code-based question,
And
like
and and
yes,
and as I said earlier, you can take this line of discussion. They will not come back to you and say, no, no, what we wanted to know from you was how a DM works. No, take this, sir, as I gather, this involves working in a remote area, unfamiliar situation. But quite often we work in unfamiliar situations. Hmm?
okay, sir.
Yeah. And
And
you were
sir,
saying something.
yes, sir. So like recently, I'm seeing some transcripts of students. So they are being asked quote-based question. So, sir, what is the purpose?
And they are being asked,
Quote, like they give a quote and they say, "What does this quote means to you?" Of some famous personality, of some famous quote by Gandhi ji or by person. So,
but from where did these transcript appear?
so like students are posting the questions that they have been asked.
In the UPSC?
Yes, sir. In the actual board, by the actual board.
I'm amazed. I'm amazed that they do that. Anyway, and I'm amazed at their how many questions you can reproduce from your own experience.
Sir, most I think. Well, only barring a few.
I am surprised because when we were there, we were so much in the thick of the discussion that we don't. The moment we walk out, total blank and a feeling of relief.
Yes, sir. But sir, it's important day for us as for an aspirant.
Important,
So
but only to remember questions is not the feature.
yes, sir. Not every question, but yeah, when you remember the scenario that what who were the chairman, then what were the members, so that is
That is peripheral. That is
yes, sir.
peripheral. That is
Yes,
not so important. Those are not so important things. Anyway, so the point is, what exactly did you say?
sir. I
You
asked that like what is the thinking of the board, that what do they want to judge through that, and also secondly, sir, how to answer a code-based question in like meanings.
quotations. Okay,
Yes, sir.
quotation. No,
Quotations.
no, no, no. Let me answer you what you now said. There is nothing in the mind of the board.
Okay, sir.
Okay, you take it from me. They are not looking for a answer or the answer because, as I said earlier, they are not asking you a question. They are throwing a hint at you to develop some kind of response. Okay, and through that they want to know, understand you as Anurag Chopra,
Okay.
how you think, what you are reading, what is your mental makeup, whether you are used to taking a negative side of every aspect, every situation, or you have a positive bent of mind. These are the issues. There is nothing in them. They don't be under this impression they are having something in there, and they don't have a framework by which they will judge you.
Okay, sir. They
No,
don't have.
no. They have open mind. They are waiting to be led by you. They want to hear from you. More honest, more truthful answers you give, benefit it will do to you. That is what I can say.
Okay, sir.
And what else you said? You said
How
something.
how to move forward in these?
Quotations.
Yes, sir. Quotation.
Quotations. Quotations. You can go on either side of the quotation, or you can take any view on the quotation. Why? I mean, what is just because someone has given you a quotation doesn't mean that you have to remember who said it and why.
Yes, sir.
It is not possible. It's not test of your knowledge, no, per se. But were you given a quotation?
No, sir, I was not.
No, normally they don't do it.
Okay.
It's another thing I found. You see, you are experienced now. The UPSC board does not put you to difficult situations. They don't harass you. It's a, or you tell me if you're looking flat, you tell me whether they harass you.
No, no, sir, they don't. They
If
make
they don't,
very comfortable. They make you very
yes,
comfortable.
absolutely.
Yes,
So
sir.
unless you are comfortable, how will you come out with whatever you want to tell them?
Yes, sir.
So they are interested in knowing what you have to say rather than how they will be the last people to ask you something which you do not know. Because there is nobody in the world who knows everything.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. And sir,
So,
also like in last, sorry to interrupt, in
yeah.
last they asked that, okay, do you want to discuss anything or do you want to share anything? Sir, what should be the response of a candidate?
Did you say anything to that?
Sir, I mentioned that I like to thank my mother. She's the inspiration behind most of the things in my life.
Good enough. Good enough. No, I time and again mention should be truthful, should be hard, but should not be a very casual answer.
Okay, sir.
Hmm. Yes, it's fair enough. It's fair enough.
Okay, sir.
As I said, there cannot be a standard answer, standard response, and response cannot be manufactured. It cannot be a framework of answer. It is a discussion forum, a little more serious than a casual discussion.
Yes, sir.
Okay, issues are also known. Some issues get discussed, some issues are never discussed. I mean, never discussed means in one particular interview, how many things you can discuss.
Mm.
That is what it is. Hmm. What else?
Sir, that's it, sir. Those
When
are
is your
some.
interview?
Sir, it is not right now, has it not been announced, but sir, I'm preparing.
But keep your mind open.
Okay, sir.
Keep your mind open. Just be prepared for the major developments. They may raise one or two issues on that. But as I said earlier, no expert knowledge, only an informed citizen's take on a certain development or a event.
Yes, sir.
Hmm? That is what it is.
Okay.
So you'll do well, and I
Thank you,
wish
sir.
you all good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Take care, sir.